are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Set to kick off. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line. Burrow on play action. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing his Lance on third down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So
Akers hit. He coughs it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. At the 43-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance, a give now to Sermon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On the handoff, Sermon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play there for L.A.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. The Lance going to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to have a Niners first down as good running gets him to about the 44. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yeah, that's what I do.
Now it's Burrow. This is caught by Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good.
And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this to Coulter, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
12.
Now it's Burrow.
And that's going to be caught by Coulter.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Watch his flag. 53 is the mic.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Flushed out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
22, mark 22. All day, baby, all day. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. All day.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis, and that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
But they run once more with Sermon.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
I got him. 11 mighty. They gotta go.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
2nd and 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
11 Thomas.
Let's get it.
Play action. It's Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. He's telling me.
11.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Burrow looking to pass.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Lance looking to throw it.
That's Samuel, caught left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
11. Hey, you gotta go score. Let's go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And a catch right side by Evans. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mike, 53, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Burrow on play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
12.
Again, it's Burrow. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd and 1, Burrow. Incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Rams are right back in this football game.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
To throw, Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing, Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth